Hi mWater users, in this video, I'm going to show you how to import asset data into mWater. This is especially useful if you already have GIS data for your assets and want to bring it into the systems quickly and accurately. We'll go through the two main ways to add assets, the templates you can use, location format, the tools you'll need, and I'll do a live demo so you can see exactly how it works. And if you'd like to learn more about asset systems in mWater, check out our blog post. The link will be on screen, and I'll also include it in the description below. There are two main ways to get asset data into mWater. 1. Map assets directly in the Surveyor app, perfect for field data collection if you don't have GIS data. 2. Import assets from a file, ideal if you already have GIS data ready. In this video, we'll focus on the second method, importing from a file. To make importing easier, we've created ready-to-use templates for different asset types like sources, connections, pipelines, meters, pumps, valves, and more. You can download the blank template from the link on screen or in the description below. Just fill it with your asset data, save it, and you're ready for the next step. Assets in mWater can have three different types of location data. Points for things like pumps, tanks, or customer connections, use latitude and longitude. Lines for things like pipelines, use WKT line string format. And the last one, polygons for areas like service zones, use WKT polygon format. If you are not familiar with WKT, we have another video that shows exactly how to convert shapefiles into WKT. You'll see the link on screen. For this process, you'll only need two tools: Excel to fill in asset template and make sure your data is clean, mWater portal to upload your asset file, map the columns, and import it into your water system. Alright, let's jump into mWater and I'll walk you through the step-by-step process of importing your asset data. Alright, let's get started. Let's get our data ready for importing into mWater. Here I have the import template open in Excel. This is the file we'll prepare before starting the import process. You'll notice there are two worksheets in this template, main and remarks. The main sheet contains all the attributes for your assets, things like the asset ID, name, description, type, which is one of the most important fields, and location, and of course, many more. You may also notice that some of the cells are shaded in different colors. These colors represent different asset types. This makes it easier to visually group and categorize information for each asset. The remark sheet is here to help you manage and understand the data in the main sheet. It contains columns for asset type, description, geometry type, and color code. The asset types you see here is intended for water utilities and are quite common in Indonesia. But of course, you can adapt them for your own system and needs. If you look back at the main sheet, you'll see how the color coding matches exactly with what's in the remark sheet. For example, sources are orange, customer connections are green, and pipes are light blue. This makes it much easier to keep your data organized and spot inconsistencies before importing. Alright, let's move on and take a look at the sample data we'll be importing into the mWater system. Here I have a sample pipe dataset. You can also download this same file from the link in the video description below. You'll notice here there is a column called WKT here. This is the well-known text that we prepared earlier. It's basically a combination of many latitude and longitude points. And if you have elevation data, you also see altitude values included. So this is the longitude, and this one is latitude, and this is the altitude here, because we don't have the altitude data in our GIS, so it shows 0 here, and then separated by comma, and then the pattern goes the same here, commas, and then longitude, latitude, altitude, commas, and so on. Also separated by the space here. Okay, let's go through the other columns in this sample file so you know what each one means. So we have a WKT, the ID here, although it shows only 0. And then we have the type here, diameters, material, I believe, status, and then this is also the materials, I think, along with the diameters here, and then the condition of the pipe, the age, and the pipe length, and so on. Perhaps what interesting here, maybe this one, the type of the pipe. So this is quite a good data. All right, now let's bring up our import template. Okay, since we are importing pipes today, we only need the general columns and the pipe columns. General in white or no colors, and pipe in light blue. So we can remove the rest for now. It'll make things cleaner and easier to work with. So source we could remove for now. And then customer connections we can remove for now. And this is the pipe. Then this is for meters, junction, tank, and valve we can remove for now, so we have easier format to use. We could save as first for now. Let's make it pipe demo. Alright, next I'll copy the relevant data from our sample file into this template. So we have this WKT. We want to know how many. It's quite an amount, 213. But for this demo, maybe we only pick the first 10 of it, just for the sake of this demo. First 10, meaning until 11. We can put it here. WKT. So we have this ID in the template, but we don't need to put the ID because mWater will generate the ID automatically. And the name, if you have the name, please also input it. It could be something like pipe 1, pipe 2, etc. Pipe 10. The description we could leave it blank, and this is the important one. We could have the pipe as the type, and latitude longitude we don't have to input it anything here. Also the elevation, because we have it already in this WKT. Then the next is parent. Parent is useful if you have a hierarchy in your water system. For example, if you have water system and the water system have zones or units, something like distribution unit or production unit, you could have the asset under those units, and those units belong to the water system. Then you have the full hierarchy like water system, units, and also the individual assets. So the parent is if you have one or more subsystem under your water system. And then we have also photo. If you have the link of the photo, you can also put it here to the asset. And status, I'm going to pick the first 10 of this status. And then condition for the first 10. But for the sake of this demo, let's change a little bit of the condition. Maybe this one is 2, 4, 5, 1, 4, so that we could have a various condition in our pipes. So the next one is current replacement cost. If you know what is the price if this pipe would be replaced, you could put it here. If not, then we could leave it blank. And the same goes with the expected useful life for the in the years unit. If you have the information of how many year of expected useful life of the pipe, you could also put it here. Same goes to the manufacturer. If you know, please do so. The model, serial number, and all the technical details here. And for the installation date, I believe we have it in our data. This is maybe only a year, but we could make it like a whole date. Maybe I'll skip this. Alright, so we have the installation date already. And then the next one is last service date. We don't have that. It's okay. And now is for the attributes that belongs to the pipe itself, the light blue one. We have the nominal diameter. You pick the first 10. It could go also the length of it. Just for your information, for the length, actually, mWater have capabilities to calculate length of the pipe automatically by using the formula in your dashboard. However, if you already know manually the pipe length, you could also put it in this attribute. We have also material here for the first 10. The pipe type is here. Oh, it's the same, but then I will change a little bit the pipe type, and maybe I'll change it a little bit this into distribution. Okay, then we don't have the nominal pressure and also the pipe depth, so you don't need to input anything there. Yeah, we don't have the data. All right, so we could save this, and we have the data ready to be imported. So how to import this one? So let's go to mWater portal. Before we import, here I have prepared my water system. This is freshly created, therefore it has a blank assets here. It's called Perumda Air Tirta Midun. It is located in Jakarta, Indonesia. And how to import our asset data? We go to sites. Now we can see so many water points across the world, and we change this into water asset. Now we could see water assets around the world, and we click import here and make sure that this is a water asset and click next. We don't need to download the template because we already have the template, and you can click it here and import our asset. So you will see a green bar here, 26 columns and 10 rows. The green bar here meaning we are successfully uploaded our asset file. We click next. And here we map our columns into mWater system. So for the ID, we could leave it blank because mWater will generate automatically the asset ID. For the name, since we have the name data, pipe 1, pipe 2 until pipe 10, we could have it here. Description, I believe we don't have the data. We could remove it here by clicking the X button. This is the important one. The type is supposed to be pipe, of course. Latitude, longitude, since this is line string, then if we use a WKT, we could also remove it here. We don't have the elevation data. We could leave it blank. And for WKT, we could select the geometry. We type geometry. There will be three types of geometry, but for this WKT, we pick the first one. All right, parents, we don't have parents for this asset yet. We could remove this, and so also goes to the photos. We don't have one. Remove this. Status, we have status data. It's 1, but maybe it means active. Pick that one. And this is the condition that we have a little bit changed earlier. We changed into several category just so we know about our pipe condition. 1 is very poor, 2 is poor, 3 is fair, 4 is good, and 5 is excellent. And then the current replacement cost, because we don't have any figures there, we could remove this attribute. Okay, just leave it blank. Manufacturer, blank as well. Remove this. This as well. Yep. And we have the installation date and also the last service that we don't have it. Now we move on into the attributes that specific for pipe type of asset, like nominal diameters. We could have the diameters, perhaps with the units of millimeters, I believe, or maybe inch. It doesn't matter for now. Length as well. We have manual entry and it's meters usually. And for the materials, we have quite varies in material. Here's a PVC. Could pick the PVC one. PVC again. GIP is maybe the ductile iron. And the last one is PVC again. And then for the pipe type, we have distribution main as a pipa distribusi and transmission main for the second. We don't have a nominal pressure data and also we don't have pipe depth below ground data, so we could leave it blank. Okay, before we click next, let's take a look at again from the top. ID blank, name okay, pipe, WKT is geometry, status active, condition, various condition, yep, installation data. Okay, I think we're all good and ready to hit the next button. Okay, by going smoothly here, there's no red bar or anything, meaning that we successfully through the process of mapping the assets into a motor system from our sample file. You have option whether you want to be protected or private is up to you, meaning that if you click protected, then any other users can see your pipe. They cannot edit or delete it obviously, but they can see it. If you go with the private, then any other people cannot edit, delete, and also cannot see the pipe. So I'm going to select this protected option. And this is also the most important one. I have water system ready here called Perumda Air Tirtamidun, and also take a look at this Perumda Air Tirtamidun. Yep, this one. Click it, that one. Okay, so we don't have to put dataset here. Just keep it collapsed. Preview here, and we have 10 pipe that ready to be imported. And if we ready, we just click finish here and waiting for a little bit. Okay, now since you are back to the sites page, meaning that congratulations, we have imported our pipe data successfully. And for the moment of truth, we could go to our water system here, which is still blank. And if we hit the refresh button, it's supposed to be here. There we go. We can see freshly imported pipes ready to use in mWater. And that's it. That's how you import assets into mWater. This method saves time, reduces error, and keeps your asset data consistent across the system. I hope you find this helpful. Thanks for watching and have a great day.